everyone. Happy Wednesday. It's hump day. The week's almost over. We're halfway through it, and it's Wifehood Wednesday. Yeah, that's right. Okay, now, let me stop being extra. Let's get down to it. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to Melly Talks and our Wifehood Wednesdays. I'm here with y'all talking about being a wife, talking about what you need every single Wednesday. Okay? Repping my set, my wifehood set. I don't know about anything else. That's the only set that I rep. That's the only gang that I'm part of. Okay? Gang. All my wives say yo if you're a wife. If you're trying to be a wife, say yo. I'm just playing. All right, let me stop being extra and let me really get down to it with y'all now. Okay, Wife on Wednesdays. Today we are going to talk about effective communication. One more time now. Effective communication. All right, I should have my book should be right here so I can read this chapter to y'all because this is important to being a wife. Okay? It's very important. It's almost as important as femininity and what else is submission. Like those are the top tier qualifications to be a wife. All right. So let's talk about effective communication again. Now, I did make a video prior to my new revamped style, my new progress and everything that I got going on now. I did make a video about it back then, but I feel like it's time to bring it back up. It's time to remix that shit. It's time to, talk about it again because it's important. And I'm going to beat this horse even if it's dead, okay? So now, effective communication. What is that? Melly, what is that? Isn't it enough to just communicate? That's not enough. I gotta do more than just communicate. I want to do more than just communicate, Melly. Well, that's too damn bad in my old man voice. First of all, can we just... My skin is still glowing, y'all. If y'all want to know the skin regimen, I'll tell you. I'm going to charge you for it. But I can tell you about it, all right? Have you looking just beautiful in this natural light, just like yours truly. All right, you know what? I be getting off, okay? I be just going off and just doing whatever, talking about whatever. Y'all, don't pay me no mind, okay? Back to communication now. So, in a nutshell, effective communication is when you are able to clearly communicate what you need and do it in a fashion that gains results. Do it in a fashion that benefits your relationship. Do it in a fashion that maintains the healthy aura of your relationship. Now, I'll give you an example of what effective communication is and what it isn't and why it's important. So, effective communication looks like, hey baby, I'm not rocking with this. I don't like this because I feel X, Y, and Z. Now, I really don't want to feel X, Y, and Z. And I really want to talk to you about this. We really need to get down to this because I don't feel like this will improve our relationship moving forward. Moving forward, I need A, B, C, D to stop happening. What can we do about that? Where's the middle ground that we can come to? That is what effective communication looks like, ladies. Now, what you need to understand is the way that you speak to your man, oh girl, that's going to get you a certain type of results. All right? You speak to him like that, he not going to, start huffing and puffing and beating his chest. I promise you. He not going to do that. He going to actually listen to you. He going to actually hear what you're talking about because you're coming to him in a calm, cool, collective manner. You're coming to him telling him, hey, this is what's wrong. I don't like this. This makes me feel like this. And this is what I want to happen. Can we make this happen or can we find a middle ground? What can we do? When you come in, when you have an issue and you dive into it, trying to solve the problem instead of just, fussing and bickering and, just wanting to fight, you're going to get a different set of results. But when you come into it, and let me play this scenario out for you. I don't be using that N word, and I almost let it slip. But yo, man, you got me fucked up. You got me fucked up on everything that's going on right now. But you need to get the fuck up out of my face. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, what results is that gonna get? Like, cause what that is gonna get you is a hostile man. All right? No man wants to be spoken to like that. No man wants to be spoken to like, why my lady talking to me like she the one with the dick? Why my lady in here swinging her dick around? She need to put that thing down. Okay? And that's why I say all the time, all the time I say that. Because no man wants to be in a dick swing contest with his woman. All right? And that type of communication, that's not communication at all. You talking at somebody. So you cannot sit there and be like, hey, bro, you got me fucked up. I can't believe you on this shit. You need to go ahead and move the fuck on and get the fuck up out of my face and shut the fuck up talking to me. Like, you can't talk to a man like that and expect he gonna choose you to be his wife because, oh, honey, girl, you gonna get a swift kick in the ass talking to me like that. My man don't talk to me like that. Why? Because I don't talk to him like that. Don't get me wrong, like, we joke around and whatnot, like, and if you were to ask him, we joke around and whatnot, but I never, like, if I genuinely have an issue, I will never, ever just go to him and start screaming at him. Go to him and start telling him how he a bitch-ass man and this, that, and the third, all right? Because that's not respectful. You have to give respect if you want to get respect. And when you have, what's the word I'm looking for, y'all? I be losing my train of thought all the time, and I hear my little baby acting up. He acting a fool right now with his daddy. I don't even know why, because all he say all day long, da 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 da, but he be acting a fool with him. I don't know why. Anyways, they gonna figure it out. Sorry for the noise, but it's a mutual respect thing. You want respect, you have to give it. You want to be listened to and heard, you have to be able to communicate that effectively. And another part of that is, if you are just arguing and just yelling to hear the sound of your own voice, baby girl, cut that out. Because if you don't even have a solution to your problem, how do you think he's going to come across that? If you can't even tell him what you want, if you can't effectively tell him what you want, how to solve the problem, just hold that shit in. Keep it to yourself, because you don't even know what the hell you want. So if you don't know what you want, how do you expect him to know what you want? It don't work. It don't work. It will never work. But, your words are very powerful. All right? Your words are very, very powerful. And as much as everyone wants to say, oh yeah, it's a man's world. It may be a man's world, but who's behind the scenes? You know what I'm saying? If you speak love and life into your man, you're on your way to being a wife right there. If you understand that your choice of words will determine how your man goes about his day, how your man treats you at the end of the day, how your man's self-esteem, your man's love, like all of those, your words are very, very powerful. You go into the conversation talking about fuck this, fuck that, fuck you, you ain't shit, blah, blah, blah. You're going to get a very negative result from him. Either he going to be not uninterested, he going to try to go ahead rotate. He not going to come home because he knows that when he comes home, it's about to be some shit. But if you go into it like, look, honey, I really want to talk about what's going on with you. Look, honey, I think we should really discuss this. Look, honey, I've been thinking, and do you have time to talk? Can you call me real quick? Or I'll make some dinner and we can talk about this and that. Or could you pick up some wine? I want to talk over some drinks. If you have that type of mentality, and if you choose those type of words, it will take you further. Because a sharp tongue does nothing for your relationship. It is very masculine to be, trying to take over the situation, trying to sit here and tell him what he is and what he ain't. That's not feminine. That's not feminine. A divine feminine woman, a divine feminine wife picks and chooses her battles and picks and chooses her words very, very carefully. All right? If I had an example for y'all, I would tell you, because I love to use myself as an example. I love to use my marriage as an example, because I'm not saying that we perfect. Am I sitting here telling you guys that I don't ever yell at my husband? I do my best not to. But I can honestly say there has never, other than, before we were married, I was young. I still am young. If I told y'all how old I was, y'all be like, oh my God. And you married? And you have a kid? And you have all this wisdom? Yeah, I know. Yes, sis, I know. But, now in our marriage, there has never been a disagreement or a conversation that I have just dove into like the Tasmanian devil. And it's crazy because a lot of us women, the women that we have in our lives as examples, that's how they go about things. That's how they deal with their problems with their man, and that's why they're not married. So if we see that this action gets these results, this action leaves you alone, this action keeps you unmarried, that attitude that it takes a certain man to handle keeps you alone, why in the fuck would we continue to do that? That doesn't make sense. There's no need to be like, ooh, if a man can't handle my attitude, well, to hell with him. I don't need him anyway. Yes, you do, sis. Sister, yes, you do need him. As often as women love to say, oh, we don't need a man, I truthfully feel like we do. Because let me tell you one thing. There has been so many things wrong at my house. I don't want to say so many things, but so many things that I wouldn't even have known where to start. So many things that I would have had to pay somebody. It would have come out of my pocket to pay somebody to do that my husband just did. When shit goes bump in the night, I'm like, all right, baby, go ahead, get the tool, go figure out what's going on. But if it were me myself, I don't have anybody to protect me. I don't have anybody to confide in. I don't have anybody to hold me at night when I'm feeling lonely. No. But you get the point. We need men. Because if you ask any woman right now, would you rather have a man and a husband, or would you rather be alone? Especially when those holiday times come around. And everybody flicking up with their family, sending out Christmas cards with the dog, with the kids, with the husband, the maternity pictures where there's a man involved. You mean to tell me you don't ever... Oh, I wish I had that. I wish I was able to just cut that attitude shit out and really work on myself and really work on my mindset and develop myself in order to have those things. It's necessary, ladies. Effective communication is necessary. If you want to be somebody's wife, if you want to be taken serious, because don't no man want to deal with a woman that always has a bad attitude, always want to fuss and fight, always want to argue, always want to call him out his name and be disrespectful to him. And quite frankly, if this were back in the day, and a man could just clock you in your mouth every time you decided to talk spicy to him, would you? Would you still have that mentality of, I don't give a fuck, he gonna deal with me or not? Would you still? If you knew that when you start talking out your neck and start talking spicy, he gonna punch you? You wouldn't. You really wouldn't. But now we live in a society where there is no type of repercussion for that type of... there is a repercussion. A life alone. A serial baby mama. Because the only men that you can get are men that aren't necessarily invested in you. Because the type of men that like that type of stuff, that like that type of toxicity, there's something wrong with them. Because I be goddamn, personally me, if I were a man, I would be damn that if my woman, every time something was wrong, she got to fussing and fighting with me, call me out my name, tell me I'm a bitch ass man, I ain't shit, da da da, I'm gonna leave her. At a drop of a dime, I am gone. But you expect your man to stick around? You expect a quality man to want to marry you? Nah, that's not how it works. When you want to be a wife, being a wife is all about effectively communicating. Being a wife is all about being feminine and submissive. None of those things that I described are feminine, submissive, or describes the ability to effectively communicate. And also, let me go ahead and touch on another side. Sex is not an apology. Sex is not communication. When you get into it with your man, and instead of talking about it and discussing it and effectively communicating about it, y'all just be bumping nasties. You put a band-aid on the issue, and that issue still lingers. That's not doing nothing. You can't sit here and effectively communicate with your vagina, sis. If that is your the way you communicate, you're gonna have to find another one, because your relationship will not last. You can't sit down and talk to your man. You can't sit down and say to your man, baby, I love you so much, but this is really grinding my gears. Can we find a middle ground? Can we talk about this? Can we find a solution, because this just not working for me? I feel X, Y, and Z. Can we do something? I need this from you. I need you to stop doing this. I need you to start doing this. That's all it takes. That is what effective communication is. It's not, some of you ladies act like it's like pulling teeth. It's not. It's so simple. It is so simple. And if you ask my husband, he will say to you, that is one thing that I do all the time. All the time. It don't matter how upset I am. I will literally, baby, what's going on? What is this? I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Next time, if I have him on, and y'all can ask him whatever you want to ask him about the type of wife I am behind the scenes, that is what he will tell you. All right, because I'm not just talking on my ass. And it took me a long time to figure this out, because I don't have a mother that practices these things. I didn't watch a woman growing up do these type of things. So I really mean what I'm saying. But I want to thank you for tuning in. I'm going to end it there. I'm going to end on that note. You better talk to that man with some respect. You better learn how to communicate what you need and what you want in a solution. And stop using your coochie as an apology. It's not an apology. Stop using your coochie as a means to communicate. That's not what it is. Please like, comment, and share. If you like my content, if you enjoy my content, please subscribe to me. Please let your girl know that you watching, that you tuning in, that you enjoying, and you might be learning something. All my wives in the making, comment. Leave me a comment. Share my video. Help other women. You know what I'm saying? Help other women, because somebody got to do it. Thank you so much. I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.